Hello and welcome to Couple of Instigators. Today, this morning, I have Jen, my usual instigator. And I have a new instigator, Sassy Sara.
Good morning.
From California.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I met Sassy. You know, I'm going to tell you, I am, oh my God, I'm thriving in this new life. I am meeting so many people in the Zoom chats. I mean, Jen, I have never done this much socializing, right? I mean, besides my stand-up, I'm home. I'm meeting people. I'm chatting. So I was in a Zoom chat.
Like a party.
It is. Right, Jen?
Every
whole
night.
New world, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Like Ariel.
Even Jen stays up late to chat. But, all right, let's face it, Sassy, things went downhill in the Zoom chat for me the other night, okay? Remember, it was 11 o'clock mine and Jen's time. And Jen, you were really great for it being so late. Like, I felt like you were sober.
I think that well.
Did you? Okay.
I've been since quarantine.
Stop it.
Maybe the last time we fought, maybe margarita.
No, margarita night, you were tanked.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But I went through the other night, and that's a lot of wine for me. Like, I like a glass or two of wine, but I went through over a bottle. If I counted, probably a bottle and a half.
Yeah, oh my God. Okay, you were so good. I was so wasted, I didn't notice how wasted you were, okay? But the last thing I remember is I was telling a bunch of MILFs porn jokes and stripper jokes. And I felt like the only person in that entire Zoom room was enjoying it was Sassy.
It's all about the blue chair.
Yeah. And, you know, Jen always hears my jokes. And Jen was like, oh, I just laugh every time. And I'm just like, Jen, you should have said, Cindy, leave the room now.
Oh, I was enjoying it. There was so much bathos going on in there. Everybody was uncomfortable. It was just...
I think everyone was stunned.
Well, Sassy was laughing, and I'm like, I love Sassy. Sassy is my new girl, okay? I am all about Sassy Sara. And there was a cute young girl named Lauren in the room who was cracking up. Other than that, I was an epic failure.
That girl is adorable.
Cindy, read the room. Read the room when you're in a comedy club and read the room when you're in a Zoom chat. That's what I've learned.
Yeah,
Cindy, read the room.
Know your
audience because, so I was like, oh my God, I need to really I don't need, I mean, I wasn't even telling them properly. I know I was just like, bleh. But Jen, what other jokes did I tell? Did I do the stripper jokes?
You talked about your sister-in-law at the chair, Thanksgiving dinner, your kids being stupid, them going to university.
Okay. So it was my type 5. So it was my regular old material. All right. But I really wanted to do all my new material, but I was so annihilated at that point that there was no way I was going to do my new material because I didn't remember it. It was on my notes, and my notes look like a kindergartner just scribbled shit because you know that I can't even read my own writing. So taking notes, you know, Sassy, you have no idea what a struggle it is to be old and be a comedian. So we know you would like to do comedy too, right?
Yes, that is a goal this year, is to do a couple of open mics and try it out.
Okay.
It's been a goal for years and years, and unfortunately, my fear of being bad has overwhelmed the actual attempt of doing it.
Okay, so listen.
And this year, I'm going to swallow the bullet and go for it.
All right, here's what we're going to do, Sassy, okay? Me and you. I am going to work on a 4-minute set with you.
Oh, I love
okay?
It. Okay.
And then you're gonna have 1 week. We're gonna hammer that set out. And then I'm gonna do a virtual comedy show. And I'm going to invite all my friends, and we'll invite all the little effers, and I will bring in 2 other female comics that tour.
Okay.
So I will host it. I will let you open with the first 4 minutes.
Oh, no pressure. Okay.
And then my other 2 friends will close. What do you think, Jen?
I think that's amazing.
And
I'm liking the fact that I can bomb in the comfort of my own home.
Right. But it's only 4 minutes, and it's very awkward doing comedy on Zoom. But what I'll do is I have everybody keep their sound on if they can, and you can hear them laugh. So it makes it a little more bearable.
Or cry.
Right, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And I will bring in like 2 really good comics too, so that you will just kind of, I actually, you can go like third. So you'll like, all right, don't worry.
Flow, thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like, no offense, I feel like the little random white girl ready to jump into the double dutch game. Cause that is, that's going to be a challenge. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Okay. I'm good with this. I can do this. I'm a big girl now.
Now, I'll tell you, it was very scary. I took a class, and Jen, they were with me through the whole thing. And I was very, very scared. And I went to open mics, and I practiced really hard for 6 straight weeks before I entered this comedy contest. It was a local upstate, right? And I mean, it was the scariest thing I have ever done. And it's very bizarre because people that are drawn to doing stand-up comedy usually are people that are really depressed and have high anxiety.
I've noticed this. That's very bizarre.
Yeah. So, but and then the fact that they can get up and do it, And I have, if you want to go back and listen to another one of my podcasts, because lately I've just been bringing in comics too, is Ilhan Ali. Listen to her podcast, and we discuss how, a lot of people have these problems and why they do stay. I mean, I don't know. It seems to calm you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Doing the most anxiety-ridden thing. So that's my plan with you. So we will be Zooming privately a couple times. I'm going to go over your material, and I can help you. I will throw my new stuff at you. Maybe you got some tags. We'll go over all of that.
Using verbiage, I don't know what it means, but I'm good.
I'm going to teach you all of that. I'm going to teach you tags. I'm going to teach you it all.
I don't know. Hashtag no clue, but okay.
All right, but that's fine because I'm going to give it 2 weeks, and we're going to do a little Zoom comedy night.
Okay.
Also, yeah, Jen.
Well, we're talking about Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is everybody's new way to communicate.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys have done meetings. I know you haven't, Cindy, but like work meetings there. Right. I don't know if you do any sort of
No, I have not.
So it's literally the most boring thing in the world. Everybody's sitting there. Nobody wants to talk. So, there's a company in North Carolina talking about like finding things that work when the world is changing. They have a farm, and they're now renting out donkeys, chickens, and ducks to crash Zoom meeting calls.
What?
It's $50. You get an animal for 10 minutes. So you give this company a link to your company's Zoom meeting.
Right. Yeah.
And somewhere in the middle of the meeting, they'll just pop in with donkey or duck pictures and photobomb your Zoom meeting with random animals.
Yeah, right. I think Sassy's for hire.
I have a mule. I could do this.
You get $50 a pop for 10 minutes.
Oh my God. Just Jack the Mule just sitting there like, what's up, people? Here we go. What's going on with the accounts receivable? Tell me about it.
So wait, Sassy, tell everybody, all right, where are you from?
Okay, I live out in Southern California in a town called Norco, which is it's outside of Riverside. I'm about 45 minutes east of LA and an hour west of Palm Springs. So line to line, I'm dead center. And this town of Norco is also known as Horsetown, USA. So it's a very rural town. There's no sidewalks. It's all trails. We can ride our horses and mules to the bars, hitch them up outside, have a couple drinks, right? And then we've got our own designated driver The mule knows how to get home. I have a fun story about that.
So you are in the Wild Wild West.
It's very, yes. If anyone remembers back in the day that show Rob and Big, and I don't know if you guys remember, Rob the skateboarder with Big, and he was this big African-American man, and they came.
Oh, yes, Rob and Big, yes.
And they bought that mini horse.
I don't remember that, but I have watched the show.
And they ended up putting it in the back of their car to take it home. But anyway, they riding down the main street of our town, which has red, white, and blue lines, not just white lines, red, white, and blue lines. And Big was like, dude, we got to get out of this town, because this town, it's like a little mini Texas. It's like Republican Central. There are Trump flags flying high and proud in this town. High and proud, trust me. There's people drinking out of Trump Yeti cups in this town. So it is, and I'm a middle girl. I'm middle girl. I'm not going to get into politics, but
right.
It's a very rednecky town. It's very hillbilly. Like this morning, I had to go feed the mule in my pajamas. I've got hay in my bra, cleaning out his stall in my flip flops. Living the high life right now. I am Norco hot. I'm a 10 in Norco and about a 3 in LA. That's how it works in here. But so that's where I live. I'm in Norco, California, and I have a dog grooming business. That's my career.
Okay.
I went to college and ended up shaving dog butts for a living. The parents are extremely proud.
That's okay.
But I love it. I love it. I'm considered essential in my town, so I'm actually still working during this quarantine time. But when I'm not working, I'm living the life of a Yeti. I haven't shaved in over a month, so I'm ready for Woodstock or the Yeti convention, whichever is going to happen first. My craft project is I'm probably going to bead my armpit hair in a couple days, so, just to have some bling. But yeah, so that's me. I'm 47, divorced, single for the, most part. And which means I do get laid on the side, but that's a whole nother Oprah as well.
Yeah, well, I've decided I'm coming to visit you.
Oh, it's an interesting little town. Most people kind of look around and go, how does this place exist? But here we are, living the dream.
I mean, it sounds like someplace I'm gonna come visit, and I'm gonna document this trip.
Oh yeah, I love this town though. I love this town. If I couldn't live here, I'd leave California. I'm not gonna lie, but I love this town.
Okay, so you really ride your mule to the bar?
Oh yeah. There's hitching posts. There's a bar here called Saddle Sore. Go figure. And outside the bar, there's a corral that all of us girls I have a bunch of riding friends, and we go ride for hours. I live on the edge of the Santa Ana riverbed. So we can ride in town, we can ride down into the riverbed, say hi to the homeless that are living down there. We're kind of in their neighborhood. And then, stop at the bar, have a couple orange margaritas, and then ride our drunk ass home.
So how many
day in the life?
Donkey up outside the bar?
Yeah, it's a mule.
A mule, sorry. What's
the donkey?
What's the difference?
A mule is half horse, half donkey. He's a mutt.
Gotcha.
And they're once they're bred, they're infertile. They can't rebreed. So the only way to make a mule is horse to donkey. You can't go mule to mule because they're infertile or sterile. There's the word. Big words for a Saturday morning.
Huh.
Math is hard. Today's my pretty day, so
yeah. Right. So
I'm trying.
All right. So you hop on your mule. What's your mule's name?
Jack, and you can follow him on Facebook, Jack the Mule.
He has his own
page.
All right, everybody. So it's just, what is it? Just Jack the Mule.
Jack the Mule, a big white mule. He's a big white mule. Everyone thinks he's a horse. Cindy has fallen under that, but it's a mule. But yeah, he is very popular amongst all I always say he's the best white ass in town, and I say I have the best white ass in town and a cute mule too. So yeah, it's a pretty, so Jack the Mule, that's where you can find him. So yeah, you can ride to town. We've been known to ride through the Starbucks drive-through.
You go to Starbucks drive-through, Adam?
Oh yeah, there's drive-throughs that'll let you ride your horses through. There's a drive-through dairy here, one of those Altadena dairies that you kind of like a drive-through grocery store, and we can ride through and grab a beer.
I want photos, please.
Oh, go on the Facebook page. There's tons.
All right.
I'm
quite a few.
Pretty cute.
Are you looking, Jen?
I'm looking. This is pretty cute.
She's got